I'm going to demonstrate how to use a digital experiment that takes high pressure air and splits it into hot and cold streams. And this is usually referred to as a Hilsch tube or vortex tube. And so if we look at the digital experiment, we're feeding in compressed air. Pressure can be read here. We can expand this in the digital experiment. And so it's split now into two streams. We get hot air coming out to the left, cold air to the right, and we have flow meters that measure the flow coming in and the flow leaving once we start the system. Built-in time delay to allow it to get to steady state. And then we have temperature sensors that measure the inlet air temperature and the outlet temperatures, as well as the outlet pressure on the cold side. On the hot side, the outlet pressure is 1 bar. The simulation allows us to change the split. There's a valve in the Hilsch tube that splits how much comes out the cold side, how much comes out the hot side. And then we can change the air valve, how open that valve is, which then determines what's the inlet pressure so that we have flow through the system. So let's look at the simulation. So here's the digital experiment, and we can, let's say, we'll select the split more towards cold end, and let's increase the valve opening, and you can see the flow meter show the flow rates. And keep in mind these flow rates are at the pressure, so this is milliliters per second at this pressure. And we can measure this and read this pressure more accurately by zooming in with the scroll wheel. So if we want to get accurate pressure measurement, we can do that. And in the digital experiment, we're going to record these pressures and record the temperatures and record the flow rates. And then we're going to apply the first law to the system, make sure we have an energy balance, and we're going to apply the second law. And you can see that we can get a high temperature coming out the hot end and a very low temperature coming out the cold end as we split the air between these two streams. And we can calculate the mass flow by taking into account ideal gas law, since this is a lower pressure than this pressure, so we have to convert these milliliters per second to a mass flow rate to apply the first law and then the second law. So the idea is that this is like a laboratory experiment. We take data, analyze the data the same way we would do in the laboratory.